Okay, so let me just tell you a story how this all went down and how I got Cutco knives. First of all, Cutco knives are the best. Can't say I've tried all the knives out there, but I am one to test the limits on kitchen cutlery and appliances. If the machine says it's possible for it to do it, I will probably quadruple the batch for my big family and test it to its max limit using whole wheat flour or something that's like really hard and sticky. Who knows? If it says that the Vitamix can blend grain, you better believe like a whole bunch of grains going in there. I might even try and see if rocks turn into dirt. No, I'm just kidding, but I bet the Vitamix could do it. So I'm really hard on my appliances, so I do tend to purchase the best because I've burned through 3 blenders. So anyway, with Cutco with knives, I have that problem. The knives go dull really fast. I use them a lot. I also put them in the dishwasher. And so Cutco knives, you can put them in the dishwasher, which is amazing. And yeah, if it doesn't go in the dishwasher, I just really don't do well with that appliance or product at all. I don't know if you're like that. If you're like that, comment below and let me know. Give me like an amen, sister, because I think I'm not the only one out there who's busy and the dishwasher is like my best friend. So anyway, how did I get free Cutco knives? Well, let me just tell you. It had to do with gas. So out here in Arizona, we have Fry's, and it's part of Kroger's. You might have a Kroger's. It's just a grocery store, and they offer gas deals. I wasn't sure if we had Fry's points, and he said, let's just go to Costco. And I was like, but if we have Fry's points, it's better. And he said, well, we need dog food. They have like an all-natural dog food. Okay, so he had 2 reasons. I said, well, they have an all-natural dog food at Fry's. He's like, but it's more expensive. And I said, well, it goes towards our gas points anyway. So here, normally in my marriage, I would trump the argument. It wasn't even an argument, it was a discussion. I would just say, no, 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 and I would give him reasons. And for the sake of peace and quiet, he would just go with what I said. And he does that a lot, and I bet your husband does that too. And they, for the sake of peace and quiet, will, suppress their own thoughts for the sake. So here's the point, is that we didn't actually have Fry's points. But lesson learned, I've been learning over the years to trust my husband, and we didn't go to Fry's anyway. We went to Costco, and I went in to get one thing, which is a bag of dog food, and guess who was having a display and was not having a display at Fry's? That's right, Cutco. And guess who was having a birthday in 3 days? Me. And so he called me and said, what's taking so long? I know the dog food's in the back, but seriously? And I said, guess what? Cutco is here. And if it was anything else, he'd be like, get the dog food and get out of there. But his father, it's a cute story. His father was a Cutco rep. That's how long Cutco's been around. Not only are their knives like forever sharp, but you can get them sharpened for lifetime for free. You mail them to them and they will sharpen them for free. And if ever should they break, it's a lifetime guarantee. That's incredible. And so and they've been around forever. So they're a super awesome American-made company. So his dad was a Cutco rep. I mean, we're talking like 40 years ago. And when he met, he was in college at Glendale Community College out here in Arizona. And his mom Derek's mom, not his mom yet, was in class with his dad. And so she had a crush on him, and he's trying to sell Cutco knives, and he's like, can I do a demonstration? She's like, sure. Secretly, I'm not interested in knives at all. I just want you to come over to my house and get to know you better. So he came over and gave his little Cutco presentation, and Derek grew up with Cutco knives because his dad, of course, still had the same set from, 40 years ago, and it works great. And so he always had I'm sure happy reminiscing feelings of Cutco knives. His dad used to sell them, and he thinks they're great knives. And so I've always wanted a set because I've used his knives and they are amazing. So when I told him that the Cutco knife rep there was here, he said, oh, really? Is that so? He said, oh, is this your birthday present? And I said, well, maybe. And so, long story short, had I gone to Fry's, I wouldn't have had points. I would have bought a more expensive bag of dog food, which, would have contributed to my Fry's points. But I wouldn't have got my Cutco knives. which isn't such a nice set. It has, oh, it's upside down. Hello. There we go. It's got a Hardee's slicer, a traditional cheese knife, a 5-inch petite santoku, and a sheath that goes with santoku so you can take it everywhere. I love with the santoku, pretend this is a knife and a cutting board. You can drag it to cut the vegetables, or you can do a chopping motion with it. Isn't that the coolest thing? So that is today's lesson that I have learned in my 10 years of marriage. Marriage only gets better and better, and I become a better person because of it. I am learning and growing in my marriage, let me tell you. And this lesson is all about trusting your husband, because God has given him wisdom that you don't have, and it extends far beyond the knowledge of which gas station to go to or which grocery store to go to. It's far beyond that. So trusting your husband in the small things, and then trusting him in the big things. Trusting the wisdom that he has, because you are different and you will have different opposing ideas, because God has given you both different talents and gifts. He has knowledge, he has wisdom. Just as his physique looks different than yours, his face looks different than yours, his body is different than yours, his brain is different than yours, and he thinks in a different way. And if you can master, it's this beautiful give and take. If you can master that, you will have an incredible marriage, an incredible life. You'll be richer for it, he'll be richer for it, and your marriage will just point to the glory of God and become such an amazing, wonderful thing. But it all begins with trusting him. And you get free Cutco knives. Just kidding, but sometimes you do. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day. Talk to you later.